Welcome to the GR Rideshare Podcast. My name is Jason. Thanks for joining us today. We got a good podcast in store. We've been on a little hiatus for a while, but we're back after a few vacations. We had Ben and Nick in today. We talked about a few things we talked about is our 3-cent raise in our market in Grand Rapids. Yeah, 3 cents. There's also, I think they raised the minimum fare as well. The new app chat feature where you can text your rider in-app without leaving the app, which is kind of nice. And a couple of different other things. We also did some rideshare news, current events, and tried a new segment called Today I Learned, which was kind of fun. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, our YouTube channel. Twitter and Facebook is at GR Rideshare, and YouTube is GR Rideshare Adventures. We are changing up our video schedule a little bit. We're just going to try to do 1 back camera a month and 2 front cams. Again, we were on a break, so that's why you haven't seen much traction for that. So, yeah, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We have articles and things like that. So, enjoy. Yeah, how do you position a microphone, Ben? Did you literally Google that?
I did. Does your wife complain about that?
About what?
You're breathing at night?
I have a CPAP mask at night.
Oh, do you?
Do you wear it religiously?
Oh, yeah. I sleep so much better with it.
Yeah. Is it annoying, though?
No.
Now that you're used
I
to
got
it?
used to it.
Yeah.
Now, if I lost some weight, I don't know if I would need it anymore, but...
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm heading down that train.
Let's all start a GR Rideshare Adventures workout.
It's the eating. It's the diet. It's not the
beer.
It's the beer. Let me know when you're ready, bud. Although I did start recording, just so you know.
Testing.
Oh, sorry.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. We'll just go with it.
Yeah, I mean your levels are low, but I can bump them up if that's the place you want to position the mic. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't have trouble with the nose whistle or whatever. I think you're mic 3.
Who, me?
No.
Or me.
Talk, Ben.
I'm talking.
It should be good.
Talking.
All right. I mean,
Chuck.
introductions. I mean, I have that on there every time. I don't think really have to do introductions.
No, I don't think so.
So we want to share that document with me?
Which one? Oh,
Podcast.
you're high maintenance.
I know.
Hold on. I kind of like that we all have laptops.
It's pretty great.
It's kind of nice. Although we'll have to be careful not to get distracted because it is easy to get distracted by looking at the screen, but it also jogs your memory too. So
what did you say?
Yeah, exactly. So weekly recap. Jason, of course, didn't drive. Nick pulled a Jason and barely drove. Well, you were on vacation, so that's okay. Ben.
I've been driving like crazy.
Yeah, you have. I noticed you posted on there with just wanted some extra cash or whatever.
Yeah.
Why were your commissions late? Is that the mafia boss's fault?
No, it's not really anybody's fault. Equipment gets delayed. Shipments get delayed.
So when it doesn't get delayed, or when it doesn't show up to the customer, you don't get paid?
No, I don't get paid until the customer pays. So if there's any delay in a customer getting the equipment, then there's a delay in me getting paid.
Yeah, because they're not going to get paid for...
Well, I get it, because it's like, what if they cancel the order and then they pay you? But
exactly.
I mean, you get a base salary, but it's not probably a ton to live on.
No. Not with a kid playing travel soccer and everything else.
Damn kids. Why'd we have kids?
Expensive.
So you did drive a lot. Anything crazy?
No. I drove... Let's see, Sunday night and Monday night, and those were very pleasant rides, and almost every one of them tipped. So,
just airport?
No, it was Sunday night and Monday night. I was just downtown. I have a class Monday night at the Civic Theater, so I just figured I'm downtown, might as well sign on. And yeah, got several rides back to back. Very pleasant passengers, some coming or going from work. And yeah, It's pretty easy.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot on the Facebook. The summer blues are in full effect.
I don't know if I buy that. I mean,
No.
Saturday
people are
was
taking
terrible.
rides.
It was awful.
For you,
Awful.
I did pretty well.
You did well?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I think you went out a lot earlier than me, though.
I did. I was out, I think, 4 hours. So it was a pretty good weekend. I did not drive on Friday. How's the mic?
Good.
Mic
Dude,
drop.
I reamed on that thing. I think that one's trouble. Yeah, I mean, you see people come. Do you want me to pause it? Here, I'll pause it.
Ha, you got the bitch mic.
Yeah.
For some reason, that one struggles. What are you looking up?
My earnings.
What you got a laptop
Didn't
for?
remember when he drove.
Yeah, the summer blues. I know you say that you don't believe that, but when there's 20 people in the airport queue,
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous.
I'm just going to pull my rule. You know, I'll sit there if I'm 3 or below, or maybe I'll have to push it to 5. But I wonder if the next in line thing gets you next in line is really messing up with that if you do a short ride.
That's a good question. I would probably assume so.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, when that went into effect, I saw people leave and come back and leave before me.
Well, I remember hearing you complain about it.
Right. I mean, I ended up having a good night, but I was like, I get it. It's great when it's you, but when it's not you, you're sitting there longer. I mean, I guess it's fair either way, but
That's when we're lucky with the XLs and Selects.
yeah. I mean, I don't know how much you're going to get that at the airport, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's see.
It was $105 in 4 hours.
That's really good on a weeknight.
No, that was Saturday night.
Oh,
It was okay.
that's not that good.
No, not good. Better than what I did, 60.
Yeah.
But you did 2 hours, right?
No, I drove from, what was it, like 10:30, 10:45 till 2:15 a.m.
10:30. Yeah, that's not very good. That's worse than Ben.
Yep.
But you tend to be a little more pickier.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, did you stay out or did you do your I'm not taking anything but an XL?
Oh, yeah, that's a given. I'm not taking X.
I did all X's Monday night, and I made $55 in 2.5 hours.
No, that's good.
And $14 of that was tips.
Well, that kind of saved you.
I did. I absolutely did. So, yeah, been driving a little more than usual, paying the bills. But
That is the one nice advantage about this kind of side gig when you're like, oh, I want to save her vacation or I got a big bill coming up or want to get out of debt. You're just like power through. But yeah, hopefully it won't be as bad as summers are. I drove a lot last summer, though. I remember
you not driving a lot.
No, I bet I can go back.
You drove more last summer than you have this summer so far.
Yeah. Oh, well.
It
it's
just
not
started,
summer,
but-
guys. Come on.
we're not there yet.
No, we're
Still
not there yet.
Sprummer.
All right. So kind of some things that we wanted to talk about. We got a 3-cent raise.
Yay.
How are you even going to notice that? I mean, but didn't they raise the booking fee too?
Yeah.
But we don't see any of that. But
they raised the booking fee by 35 cents.
But what about the minimum fare? They raised that too.
It all depends on when you started driving, I thought, with like the
really?
minimum fare stuff. But I don't know. I have no idea.
Come on. We're supposed to be rideshare experts.
It's true. I can pull up
terrible.
mine, but
I didn't look that close at it.
Yeah, I didn't see where it said 3 cents either. They just said we were getting a raise, but I didn't really look that close either. And then Lyft says a 5%, which said average.
yeah, what is that?
You'll see a 5% increase average.
So are we just supposed to take our total from the day and be like, what's 5% of this?
I mean, yeah, I mean it's so vague. Like,
Very.
I mean, you got prime time, you got all this other stuff, but maybe they did it that way to make it look like we were getting a bigger increase in Uber, but who knows? At least there's some attempt. I know it's pathetic, but
it'll add up over time.
I mean,
you
it
know,
will.
but
I mean, it's
still kind of a slap in the face when you look at our market versus other markets. Other markets got a bigger increase than what we got.
Yeah.
That's my only issue with it.
yeah. I mean, it's supply and demand. If they know that the drivers are going to drive for a lower rate, they're just not going to raise it. I mean, it's the bottom line.
And there are so many drivers that will do that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and so many drivers that will take everything. Mm-hmm. I was hoping Uber Eats would take a lot away, but apparently people figured out real quick that Uber Eats
It's not
sucks.
worth it.
It's totally not worth it.
Well, if I start, you can tease me. If I start driving earlier during the week at night, I'll do Grubhub. That's what I did last year. I did Grubhub in between airport rides, but we'll see what happens. New in-app chat feature, which is nice. Yeah, you don't have to leave it, which the only downside is if you have some stuff that you want to save, you better screenshot it because it goes away as soon as the ride is done.
Yeah, that is a very valid point.
Not that I've ever really had that, but you never know.
I think it might even translate.
What do you mean?
Like because I had a passenger that was...
translate a different language?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
Yeah, it was pretty great because she texted me. It was very broken English, but it looked like it was... Oh, and because on her pickup, you know how sometimes at the airport, if their phone is in a different language...
Yes, you'll see it.
You'll see it. So I saw it was Spanish. She was from some Central American country. And the text, some of it was in Spanish, but some of it looked like it was auto-translated to English. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know.
Well, she could have been doing that on her end, too, right?
She could have.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So, can you text support that way, too, now? Is there an in-app or does it go... Well, you do get email responses in an app, but it's not like a chat conversation, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea. I'd rather not go into another app. I mean, I love Waze, so I'm happy to go into another app for navigation. But
here's the part that I hate. You have to go back to your old text and copy and then paste it into the app feature, the chat app feature. So basically, I always have a saying I do for airport rides. Well, now I have to go back to my old text messages, copy and paste it. Or copy it and then go back to the in-app feature. And then
the keyboard short should still work.
I don't know. I don't have that set. I just have the copy and paste stuff.
Well, like mine, I type HP, which is Honda Pilot, and I had one for the Odyssey too, and then it just pops up. It should do that in chat. I mean, it's just a keyboard function.
I haven't tested that yet.
Oh, well, how do you get your message to pop up then?
Well, I'll just go to the
old text message?
Yeah.
Oh,
Copy and paste.
so you don't have a shortcut then?
No shortcut.
Oh, well,
I haven't tested the shortcut with the new app.
Well, yeah, that's just a keyboard thing. You go in your iPhone settings and go to keyboards, and you can type whatever you want.
I just send a custom message every time.
You do?
Fancy.
You type every time?
Oh, yeah.
I don't got time for that.
You pull up to the airport, they're getting their bags and shit.
Well, I mean, I got to have time to pee before I get there. I mean, I just hit HP and hit send, and it puts it out there. So it's not that big of a deal, but...
I think it's cool that it'll read the messages out loud to you.
It will?
Yep. You have to have Uber
that.
navigation not muted.
Well, why would I have it muted? I don't use it, though.
Mine's muted.
You have to use it?
Yeah, you have to use the Uber navigation. Like when you're
so
on a
it
ride,
reads it when you get a message. It just speaks it.
Yep, it'll speak it out.
I might have to test that out.
Yeah,
that's what it said on the.
Oh, you haven't tried it?
I have not tried it yet.
Oh yeah, none of us use the Uber navigation.
But I thought that was pretty cool.
I love it.
Dumbass.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's so buggy.
No, I haven't had any bugs with it.
Was a bug posted on Facebook today?
Yeah.
Or yesterday about it.
I mean, there is in the Lyft app. It's always telling you that there's faster routes.
Oh, is that Lyft? No, someone said it was Uber. Who knows? They both suck.
I remember when I first started and I used Uber navigation, it tried to make me go down a one-way.
See, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Right then, you're like, okay, where are you getting your data from? Because it's clearly not probably getting it from Microsoft. The new on-trip feedback. Anytime during a trip, a rider can leave feedback about driver and compliments as well. They will be able to tip while still on the trip. So I have not read it. We're terrible. We have all this stuff in here and we've not read it. The problem is, although they do have upfront pricing, my point is there's a limit how much you can tip. If you don't know how much the ride is going to be, how can they stop?
Because I'm sure they probably give you the percentage thing.
Well, because isn't there a certain amount you can tip above the ride? I mean,
I think you can't tip more than double what the ride costs.
Okay.
I think is what it is.
And maybe with the upfront pricing, that's how they can get around that. Because if you can do it in trip, I mean, it could be a $20 ride or a $60 ride.
I personally think it'll mean more tips for us, but won't know until we actually go out there and drive.
The problem is, in theory, it seems like it would be more, but it all depends how lazy the person is. And they're like, I mean, that if they say, I'll tip you when the ride's done, you're just like, you can tip me right now. I mean, you can go right in the app. Are they going to go in there? Or, although they may feel awkward, or if there's going to be so many people faking like they're going in there, but they're on Snapchat or something like that, they're not going to tip. But maybe, I mean, it's wishful thinking.
I think the interesting thing will be to see if people leave, how when they try and get out of paying for the fare, the bad issues that they report, wrong rider picked up, or it'll be interesting to see if riders have the balls to leave, that negative feedback while on trip.
Well, they won't do it on trip. They'll just wait till they get done and do it.
What about the drunk ones?
Yeah, you never know.
Because that's really the only time I've ever gotten an issue was the drunkies.
Well, that could go good for the tip, too. Oh, I'm going to ham it up. If we're having a good ride and they're talking about tipping, I'm like, hey, you can do it right. I mean, I'm going to push it. I'm not going to be like, you got to do it right now. But if someone's having this great ride, because if they're drunk, they might forget, right?
Yep.
They sober up. Yeah. They see their $100 ride because it was surging, and they're like, I'm not tipping this guy. Yep. Same thing probably happened. He wasn't drunk, but that douche canoe that I dropped off in Holland, that CEO that said he was going to tip me.
It never did?
Never did.
Come on.
Never did. But it'll be interesting to test it out when I drive.
Yeah.
Still having issues in front of the Bob. I want one of us to get a video of that. That's what we need is a video of someone getting it. I mean, maybe it's not them not getting a ticket, but I mean, it's hard to be able to tell what you're driving by. But
I mean, I remember I had that one video in front of Grand Woods Lounge of drivers getting tickets.
Yeah, I get that they're supposed to do it, but man, I would say 9.5 rides out of 10, I do the right thing, but sometimes
you can't. Sometimes your riders just jump out.
Hop in. Well, going to pickup, it should be 10 out of 10, right? Because you're the decision maker.
Yep.
If they have to walk a little farther, sorry, but the drop out, you're right. I always feel awkward when they want to get out right here. I'm like, it's in the middle of the street. Like sometimes, depending on my mood, I'd be like, no, I'm going to drive up here, but. Yeah.
I remember I had one, and they tipped me $20 because I let them get out in the middle of the street, and I was like, "I'm not going to argue with you. If you want to give me 20, yeah.
Wow.
Not going to argue with you about it. Whatever.
Cash tip.
Cash tip.
Yeah, get out of the car.
But I mean, I wasn't in the middle of the road or anything like that.
I mean, I've done it. I've stopped. I mean, it's just. I just feel bad for other drivers. I try to be curious.
Grab the rider and be like, "No, you're going to stay in my vehicle."
Right. I mean. Yeah, I've said, do you mind if I pull up here? Most of the time people say no, but sometimes they're like the doors, although mine lock, they can't get out. So, but they'll try to get out.
That's why whenever I drop off at the Bob, I always tell them you have two options. I can drop you off at the Courtyard Marriott, or I can drop you off in the back of the Bob on Ottawa. So that way, when we get close, they're not like, "Oh, drop us off right in front."
I kind of do drop-offs in the front.
I drop off
because it's so quick.
It is.
Depending on if I got an XL. And an XL, I might not. But if it's two people, I mean, I know I shouldn't do it. But
you only drive part-time, so it's not like you do it all that.
I don't do a lot of Bob drop-offs. I do more pickups, but I do not pick up in front of the Bob anymore. It's Courtyard Marriott.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think one of us should just sit out front with a video camera and just record all the people getting tickets.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm trying to think if there's any parkings right in front of the Bob. I know we got the Courtyard Marriott, but I wonder if we could sit right at the exit and just kind of tilt the car just a little and point. I mean, you probably could. I mean,
that'd be fun.
When are people experiencing those tickets? During busy times? Or, I mean, when I say busy times, like busy regular traffic or like 2 a.m?
I've only ever seen it on Fridays and Saturday nights during bar close is when I see it. And that's because you have, Bill and Mary that are, sitting there for 20 minutes in front of the Bob.
I'll lose my mind.
Seriously.
We need to start getting some videos of us being aggressive to other drivers. No, I shouldn't have said it that way. I mean, like, honking the horn, like, hey, buddy, now that it's summertime, roll the window down. Like, you shouldn't be parking like that. I mean, I try to,
Well, I look at it this way. The more tickets those people get, the less drivers there's going to be.
That's true. But if it's jamming up I'm talking in general when you're, like, on the street and they're parked right in the middle and it's slowing you down. Yeah. Most riders get a kick out of it and like idiot. Ben, you added this. What is this about?
Yeah, so I had a thought the other night. Passengers were from out of town. They were staying at the Riverfront Hotel and they were talking about Taco Bell and how bad they wanted Taco Bell. So I'm thinking, we could just go through the drive-thru. That's fine. And she's like, well, the ride's not going to be any more, is it? I said, no, I think it's upfront pricing now, so we can go through the drive-thru. So even though her price stayed the same, I think technically I got paid more from Uber because there's more time in the car on the ride.
Do you think they just eat that cost?
I think they do.
Because what about my Groundhog's Day drive where we drove around and around and around a couple of times? I mean, are they paying the same amount?
I think they're paying the same amount.
I think as long as you don't go too far off track.
But the problem is like, if it's surging, let's say 6 times, I'm throwing a number out there, and the ride's only supposed to be 3 miles, so it's, let's say, a $50 ride, and it ends up being a 12-mile. I mean, am I getting all that extra money and Uber's just taking the hit on that?
I think they might. Because with upfront pricing, that's what you pay. That's what they're billing.
We need to take more as a passenger to kind of see that. And then change, like, so
see what the boundaries kind of are.
Well, let's take a ride and then have the guy go somewhere else, go through the drive-thru, just like as a test. I mean, I'd be happy to pay for that. Not during surge, but just to see.
I guess you'd have to talk to the rider and see how much they paid.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We should take it as the passenger and say, okay, I need to go 3 miles, and then, hey, would you mind taking? I mean, I guess if he says no, I'm not taking you to the drive-thru. We'll have to do the next ride. 1 star. Let's go. It'd be interesting to do that, though. I mean, because Uber's never going to tell you.
Exactly. So I'm sitting in the drive-thru wondering, why am I doing this? And then I was like,
was it busy?
Yeah, it was like 1:35
in the morning.
Yeah, at bar close.
You're such a sweetheart, Ben.
Well, I got a good tip out of it, and I knew I was going to based on who I was driving.
You just were comfortable that you were going to get that tip.
Yeah, I figured.
Did they offer it up?
They did.
I mean, before, like, hey, we'll give you extra.
They did not.
Oh, okay.
But I just had a gut feeling that they would, so I was like, yeah. I mean, there's a Taco Bell right off 131 on Leonard. Let's go.
Okay.
And she was like, well, as long as it's not any more money, like, yeah, it's fine.
That seems weird that she'd bring that up, but then tipped you.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I would have been like,
it wasn't was it an airport ride?
It was not an airport ride.
Was it surging?
It was surging.
Oh, that's probably why she said it.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do that on a small surge as a rider, just so I can say, they're not charging you anymore. I know for a fact I did it, and it didn't cost me anymore. Because how do you answer?
Stick it to Uber.
Well, yeah. I mean, how do you answer? You're like, I don't think so. And then in your head, as you're waiting in the drive-thru, you're like,
yeah, but it must not have billed her more because she tipped. I mean,
that's
did
true.
She tip you in-app?
In-app and cash.
Okay. So then, yeah, you're right. Well, it'd be interesting, but Strangest things riders have left inside your vehicle.
I have a lighter collection started.
Really?
They're mainly Bic lighters, but
I have a collection of iPhone 8s.
nice.
I'm kidding.
And then I have a Founders T-shirt. No, it's a zip-up jacket. Like a
Dude. Probably doesn't fit you, though,
doesn't
right?
fit me.
Well, yeah.
It's pretty. It's like size small.
I mean, what are you, like a 48 broad for your jacket or something like that?
Something like that. Yeah. No, but I just threw it in the garage after driving, and then finally cleaned out the garage last night and found it.
That Elk Brewing
Yeah.
got that from a rider.
Awesome.
I tried to meet up with him a couple of times. I texted him, and he never wanted it.
Was it full?
No, it was empty. Yeah. Yeah, what is that? So that's not a growler. The big ones are growlers, but the little ones, I don't know what they call those.
I don't know what they're called.
There's a name for it, but
Just call it a mini growler.
mini growler.
There you go.
Hashtag verbal trademark mini growler. What about you?
Just the I actually had to Google what exactly it was.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It was marijuana, but
Why would you have to Google it?
I had no idea what it was. It was like the wax, like the marijuana butter.
Oh,
yeah.
It's not butter.
It's the stuff they use to dab.
Yeah.
But it was wrapped up in plastic, whatever the cooking stuff whatever it's called, Saran wrap. And I had no idea what it was. I opened it up and then I smelled it. And I was like, oh wow. And anyways, the rider reached back out the next day and was like, hey, I left my green purse in your vehicle. I was like, I didn't put two and two together until
She
later.
didn't want to say, I left my pot in your car. So did you guys connect or did you pitch it?
I threw it away. I didn't, it's illegal.
I would've too.
I
Yeah.
didn't want it inside my house with the kids and everything, and
Sure.
Yeah.
just got rid of it.
Huh. That's funny.
I know you got sneakers left in your car before, but that seemed like that was the worst that's been left in yours.
Yeah. They were nice too. I remember that girl. It was a pain in the butt. I was worried I was going to get robbed.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
I remember that.
We ended up... Seriously, Ben. Why don't you undo it and put it in a different spot?
Seriously.
Or just, you could hold it.
No, I don't know.
Technical difficulties. So with our $25 donation a month, we are going to get better mic stands. Although
Don't fall on me.
it seems to be just that one for some reason, because these other ones, although I don't move them, they
Yeah, I was
don't.
going to say I haven't touched mine.
Yeah.
I think it's just Ben.
I'm just
User
fishing
error.
Ben has, but what? You notice we haven't touched ours when we started.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're blaming you.
It's me. It's always me.
Do you guys want to watch our YouTube video? Ben's? I don't even remember it.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I want to watch it.
They're hilarious.
I don't know how long it is though.
I think it's
pretty long.
It's a longer one, 7 minutes.
6:55. I like the suggestions.
I would have been so frustrated.
Oh,
with
this
this
is
ride.
the guy that was like,
Fruit Ridge. You need to go to Fruit Ridge.
yeah. So he. That's right.
Looks like he's having a seizure when he first gets in the car.
Yeah, I was wondering if he was tweaking out a little bit.
Yeah. Well, it was raining and freezing that night.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I remember watching this one. This guy.
It's two brothers, I think.
Well, I was
Or
going to
maybe
ask you.
even like boyfriends.
That's what I was going to ask because they kind of acted a little.
They were very affectionate with each other.
And he's like this. Ben, freaking editing's awesome. He's still shaking like a minute and a half in.
Oh yeah, and that's really like 10 minutes in because I had to trim it way down.
How much did you make off this ride?
Not enough. I think it was 40 something.
I mean, at least they weren't rude, but it's frustrating with those because the groundhog one too. I was just like, dude, I just want to get you out of my car. I mean, they weren't. Although the girl in the back was kind of a bee, but
Yeah, these guys were just so done, like toasted drunk.
you're like 10 and 2 in it.
Well, he did say it was raining.
Yeah.
Well, we know what I do when it's raining. Drive into holes. Do you know about that story?
No.
Oh, my gosh. All right. See, you need to do the editing from now on. No, I know.
Sound effects.
I love it. I try to do sound effects and they're lame. Josh? Oh, he almost falls on you.
Yeah.
Didn't at one point he took his phone to put it in the mount or something like that?
No, he put it in the mount.
Oh.
He took my phone out. And
Oh,
put
this
it
is
in
the guy that drank your energy drink,
Yes.
right?
And he sang along with Get Out, that whole song.
Man.
He's singing along. It was...
Your energy drink was gone, though, right?
was gone.
Yeah, you could tell it was gone.
And
But he
so
took it and
I
sipped
remember
out
on
of
one
it.
of my rides, some girl took a drink of my Coke, and I threw that out.
Well, yeah, I mean,
So
come
I
on.
don't even want to know what that girl had.
Oh, seriously.
Ben's getting pissed 3 minutes in.
These are kind of the trips that you wish it's like, 650% on Lyft or six times on
yeah,
Uber.
I mean, I'm
XL.
fine with that. But when they're regular rate or
Like, $500 to drive you back and forth? All right.
Seriously.
you saved my life,
And my brother's life.
and he's getting the cash out.
It's $2.
Oh, is that
A
it?
whopping $2.
My favorite part is Ben's
That's ridiculous. Why even do it?
I know.
Maybe that's all he had.
Ben's face is like, get the hell out of my car, and this guy's just sitting there.
Oh, this is where he's singing. I want to see him take a swig of the energy drink. How far in is it?
It's towards the end, I think.
Yeah, I know. We got to share this one. That's a good one. It's funny. Ben's editing helps, so. All right. That's why I think it would be cool to have it connected there so we can all watch it like in real time, but
We'll get there.
we'll get there. We could have done it tonight, but rideshare news. How much Americans spend on rideshare?
Yeah.
Grand Rapids wasn't on here,
No.
but Detroit was.
Eventually, we will be one of those cities.
Yeah, what
It's
did you?
true. With the amount of cranes downtown, my goodness.
It is crazy downtown.
It's nuts.
Detroit comes in Uber 42 per month, Lyft 21, which is super odd because I feel like Lyft is more popular. And didn't Lyft come to Detroit and Ann Arbor and like the east side of the state before Uber?
That I do not know.
'Cause I feel like
I think I heard that.
when I was driving in Ann Arbor for that Michigan game, a lot of people used Lyft and said, "Yeah, Lyft is way more popular here." But yeah, the numbers are pretty similar throughout. Although, like Salt Lake City is 42 on Lyft, 26 on Uber, so it's exactly the opposite. But they're all pretty. San Diego is like almost dead nuts, 36, 35. But
I thought it would be, honestly, the numbers would be a lot higher than that.
you think
'Cause,
so?
I mean, we make more than that on one ride on, a busy Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, but think how many riders there are.
True.
True,
I
if you actually split the fare, if you're a good friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many arguments have you heard over that? Oh, I'm not going to split the fare. I bought you a shot earlier in the night.
Right.
Yep.
One woman who spent $453 on Uber in a month puts it the half a second it takes to press your thumb down on a smartphone screen leaves no time for regret. You can cancel the ride. I mean, it's literally just hit cancel if you don't want to spend that money. So interesting. 32 major cities, but I thought it would have been more too, Nick. Be honest with you. But it's the average.
Well, it's a lot cheaper than owning a vehicle. I can tell you that
It's
much.
true.
Yeah.
Very true.
I'm glad though we'll never see the Lyft line in the
Oh,
Uber
gosh.
pool. I don't think
joke.
anyone is positive. Like all the groups I'm in, every time a Lyft one comes up, it's a complete no one says, "Oh, that was a great Lyft line."
I think I've seen maybe one or two where the driver actually made out well, and that was it. And they didn't even end up picking up anyone else on the ride.
Oh, well, then that's probably the reason. Interesting. What else we got? Oh, the futuristic taxi. I mean, come on, guys. 3-cent raise in Grand Rapids and you're spending money on this? Do you really think this is what pisses me off? You don't ever see Lyft doing this. I know everyone has their favorite. I like Lyft better. I mean, I make more money, so that does help.
Yeah.
8% more.
Okay.
I'm at 20%.
Yeah.
With Lyft.
He's one of the OG Lyft drivers.
OG and GR.
I'm an OG Uber driver.
So you're 20% for Uber?
I am.
Till we break even, because because you're 25 for Lyft.
Yeah.
So, yeah, an air taxi program. I mean,
They can't even get their driverless cars off the ground.
test flights in 2020 and commercial service to begin as 2023.
Yeah.
When they say commercial, do they mean like packages, or am I?
Who knows with them?
Seriously.
I'm sure Amazon will beat them to it if it is packages.
Yeah.
It says cruising speed of 150 to 200 miles an hour. It will land like a helicopter.
Can you imagine just being drunk in that?
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine some dumbass trying to open the window and puke out it? Well, that's going to be a $3,000 cleaning fee, ma'am. Right in the motor. Or no, it wouldn't be because it would be on the top.
I feel sorry for the people on the ground.
I just don't think they realize how, I guess, bad the drunks treat your vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, they know. They just don't care because it's not their vehicle.
Well, they will here soon.
It says someone added, I think if only 50% of their vision comes to pass, it's still going to be incredibly revolutionary. What does that even mean? 50% of the air flying? I want to see what the cost would be, but I don't see any numbers. So
I think it was way too early for any of that.
I know, but yeah, you're right. They can't get the autonomous cars correct. And this is why I don't know why Lyft isn't making money. I don't know why. But I know why Uber's not, because they're spending billions of dollars on all this other
Well,
stuff.
look at the bonuses Lyft offers versus what Uber offers now.
Well, I think that's just because there's not. I mean, we get requests 25 minutes away. There's not enough Lyft drivers, which I don't understand. Why aren't they cashing in on the? I mean, I'm fine with it, but why aren't they cashing in on the $500 bonus?
Seriously.
Unless
People can't pass background checks.
I was just going to say that. What else we got? Oh, we talked about it earlier. I don't know if we were on the podcast talking about it, but Coca-Cola getting on board with cargo, which is great. I mean, I'm interested to see. I would like to talk to somebody that does the cargo, which is sorry, I should have explained it. Basically, like a vending machine in your car. There's a lot of free stuff, and you still get paid for that as a driver.
I personally would not use it.
Really?
No,
I would.
Too much extra work, and when you think about it, we're driving the
You're all
drunks
about the
around.
efficiency.
They have to go into the website to order something off.
They
there.
do need to make it easier. They do need to be able to text 3369 to this.
Yeah.
And somehow texting instead of going in a website, entering your card information. Well,
Yeah.
that was part of the problem when I still run that trip cam.
Yep.
But that was a part of the problem. The same thing. They had to swipe the card, and then sometimes it didn't swipe. So then they were like, had to punch their numbers in. It was kind of a pain in the ass. I'm going to try it. I mean, if it makes me more money, but I mean, you got to drive to do it. My original question is if you're a Uber X car, where are you putting this thing? If you get a full 3 in the back, 1 in the front,
No kidding.
where I mean, it's
It
probably
goes right on your center console thing, though.
right. But I mean, if you're in a
Prius.
or a Honda Fit, which can be a rideshare car, I mean, you got to figure it's just enough room for your elbow, for your forearm to go on that center one. Where are you going to put it? Nowhere. I mean, you're going to have the front passenger put it on your. I mean, it's fine, but then if you put it on the front seat, but then they can't see it, and then you're trying to sell the product.
Another thing I would worry about is people stealing stuff. I mean, would you be responsible for that stuff that they stole?
I'm assuming. Although you don't pay for anything.
And I worry about them making a mess in my vehicle, too.
Well,
That's true. Candy wrappers.
yeah.
And
I actually had a fleeting thought at some point. I've never done it. But to offer 5-hour energy and like a Monster Energy for like $5 a piece. Like, it wouldn't work on the way home, obviously, because they're not ready to party.
Yeah.
But if I could get my tablet to advertise that somehow, I bet you could sell a ton of those. I mean, they're $3. You can get
Might
them
as well just sell booze out of your car.
people do it.
what, sell booze?
Oh, yeah.
Drivers. I've
Really?
heard stories.
I'm sure you could probably pick up a 24-pack. How many late rides where they're like, oh, is the liquor store still open?
Yeah.
Be like, oh, I got a 24-pack. I'll sell it to you for, $50.
Yeah, people would probably do that.
Sounds like you speak from experience.
Oh, I do it all the time,
That's not a bad idea. It's illegal, but it's not a bad
Bootleg.
idea.
No,
Yeah.
I'm certified to do it.
Are you? You got a license?
Get shipped. I had to get
Shipped.
certified for shipped for the alcohol pickup and drop-offs.
Oh.
So, complete sidebar, but I don't listen to Free Beer Hot Wings anymore, but I listen to the Zane show, and his wife is doing it. And he said she's averaging over $20. Now, she may be getting baller tips,
Yeah.
but
Do people
Well, they
know
let
who
you
she
shop
is?
multiple orders now. Is the big difference from when I did it in the beginning to now. You can do multiple orders.
well, you know what someone told her, which kind of makes sense, is to shop the small orders, because when people spend $150, $200 in groceries, they're not going to tip you $20. But
That's
if you're
true.
shopping a $30 order, a $40
I think
order,
it's 35 is
Is the minimum?
Yeah, I think so.
but anyways, I mean, to wrap up the cargo, I want to try. I want to at least try it. I mean, there's no hurt in trying it.
Especially if there's no commitment from the
Right.
driver.
I mean, I think you do probably will make, they say you can earn $100 to $200 more per month. I wonder if that's for full-time drivers.
I
mean, is it worth
I
the
would assume
hassle?
so.
Is it worth the hassle to make an extra $25 a month or $50 a month?
Me personally, I don't think so. But
No.
that's
I'll try anything once.
Yeah, there you go.
Leave it. Leave it.
He said.
All right. Current events. Go, Ben. You take the first one. No, we'll have Nick do that.
the sports gambling.
Go,
They,
go, Nick. I gotta pee.
All right, so the U.S. Supreme Court finally just basically legalized gambling online for every single state. Used to be you only could do it through Las Vegas, Nevada. Well, now the Supreme Court said, oh, actually, every state can do it. So basically what that means is I've read a little bit about Michigan, but Michigan Lottery is going to be taking over that. They already have legislations out for it, so they've kind of already pre-planned for it, but it'll be nice. Means a little bit of extra revenue for our state.
Yeah. Can't go wrong there. More money for schools and bridges and
Roads,
potholes.
100th Street Bridge.
Yeah, seriously.
I can't believe how much that has been hit.
That's insane.
It is insane. So, yep.
I think that has to do with the number of young semi-truck drivers. I don't know, because
I don't know how you wouldn't know the height of your...
That's true. I
Oh.
don't know.
Oh, you're talking about the...
We were talking about how
I thought we were talking about gambling, but now we're on the 100th Street Bridge.
We're talking about how it means more revenue for the state of Michigan
so they can
with
fix
the online
roads and
gambling.
bridges.
Yeah.
And then the 100th Street Bridge
Yes.
kind of came up.
Well, I think if they have the gambling and they pass the weed, we should be driving on streets of gold,
No
right?
kidding.
I mean, come on. There's going to be so much money.
Or those, have you seen those solar powered streets that also have like a Wi-Fi signal?
Yes.
To the
Yep,
future?
yep.
Yeah. And like they're LED or whatever, so they can change to show different.
Okay,
lane
question.
patterns.
What's a solar powered street? The street doesn't need power to be a
well,
street.
It does if it's going to send out a Wi-Fi signal and be LED.
Yeah, so you won't
That's
see
the
like
biggest
the
waste
painted
of money.
lines anymore. It'll be like LED lights for the lines.
Yeah.
Who-
And so they can change the lane configurations for high traffic times.
Who green-lighted this? In the United States?
It hasn't. It's not fully implemented yet, but it's a thing that they're developing.
Hey,
let's focus on getting streets like Holland has downtown.
Right where the snow melts.
Oh, I was going to say, let's focus on merging correctly in a construction zone before we start getting LEDs in the road.
Zipper merge.
I think it's a great idea, but the problem is if everyone doesn't do it, it doesn't.
Terrible idea.
No, it does. It works.
If everyone doesn't know how to do
you're
it,
right.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
It's one of those things where like when the street light power goes out, where we all thought it was a 4-way stop, but it wasn't.
It is now.
Hi, Brutus. Yeah, I know. But my point is, it's one of those things where you think that this is the way it is, like the zipper method,
Yeah.
But so I'm hoping this seems like a fun one. This BuzzFeed one. I don't want you to click on it though. Let me run it because it's kind of a quiz. So, how well do you remember Bohemian Rhapsody?
Oh gosh.
Oh, it was my son's favorite song when he was really
Okay.
young.
So it gives you a couple of words and you have multiple choice. Is this the real life, my real life, a real life?
The real life.
The real life? Mm-hmm. Nice. Is this my fantasy, your fantasy, just fantasy?
Just fantasy.
He's 2 for 2.
I'm actually having to think about it.
Caught in a downpour, mudslide, or landslide?
Downpour.
I'm just going to let Ben go with it. He's been right twice.
Nope.
Landslide.
Hold on. Retry last question. I think it is landslide. Yep.
In a landslide.
No escape. I thought you would know this one. From gravity, reality, from insanity.
Reality, isn't it?
I think it's reality.
Yeah.
Yes. Blank your eyes. Open, close, cover. I know what it is.
Open.
Yep. Look into my eyes and see, into the night and see, up to the skies and see.
Up to the skies.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep. I'm just
Poor
boy.
a sad boy or a soft boy.
Soft.
Poor boy. I need no sympathy, no empathy, no money.
Sympathy.
Now it's getting easy. Because I'm a little high, little low, easy high, easy low, easy come, easy go.
Easy come, easy go.
Easy come, easy
Oh, you guys
go.
are killing it. A little high, a little low, shy, a little cold, easy high, easy low. It's asking again. Because I'm easy come, easy go, a
Little high, little low.
Little low.
I'm helping you guys.
Anyway, the wind blows.
Doesn't even matter.
Nope. Doesn't really matter to me. Oh, me, poor me, to me.
To me.
To me.
Mama,
Just killed a man.
put a blank against his head.
Gun.
All right, we're rocking it. Pull my trigger now.
Dead.
I'm dead or he's
Nick's
dead.
got it.
Now he's dead.
Mama, what have I done? What have I become? Life has just begun. I think it's life had just
I
begun.
think so.
Yes. But now I've gone and blank. Doomed my soul to hell, thrown it all away, cried my eyes.
Thrown it all away.
I knew it. Mama, I didn't mean to take a life. I didn't mean to make you cry. I don't want to die.
I don't want to make you cry.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. I think that's enough. We got it.
I was
Nailed
enjoying
it.
it.
You want to go more? All right. I didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not thrown in jail in this time tomorrow, in heaven this time tomorrow, back again this time tomorrow.
Back.
Carry on, as if nothing really matters. I never was born. Hope could never shatter.
No, I don't know.
I think nothing really matters.
Yeah,
Nothing.
I was never born, or hope could never shatter. Uh-oh, we got a stumper.
Yeah. Oh.
read it again.
Carry on, as if nothing really matters. I never was born. Hope could never shatter.
As if hope could never shatter.
Nope.
Nope.
It's nothing really matters.
Oh, yeah.
My wife's sending me gifts. Too late. My time is done. My life is gone. My time has come. The problem is if you can go back and sing the lyrics, you can get them.
My time has come.
Yep. Sends shivers down my spine, dark thoughts through my mind, letters to my wife.
Letters to your wife?
That's what it says. She says the
Shivers down my spine.
Megan just texted me, said it's in her head now, the song. Body's breaking down with time. Important updates are pending. Thanks. Body's breaking down with time, aching all the time, shaking all the night. Okay.
Aching all the time.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
It's right.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody. It's time to go. I've got to go. That I know.
It's time to go.
Nope.
Wow.
I've got to go.
I've got to go.
Gotta leave you all. Gotta leave you all behind and meet my fate, repent my sins, face the truth.
What?
That's what it says. Gotta leave you all behind and
All behind.
No, that's the quest. That's the lyric.
Yes.
Gotta leave you all behind and meet my fate, repent my sins, face the truth.
Meet my fate.
That's what I'm going with. Nope.
What? It's repent, isn't it?
Repent. Nope.
Oh, face the truth.
Mama, I don't want to die. Please don't cry. Save my soul.
I don't want to die.
Yep. I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all. I could take it back at all. I could save my soul. I'd never been born at all.
Yeah.
That was correct.
That's it.
All right, we got to get out of here. We're going to be here forever.
I could do this all night.
Yeah. Okay. The last one, this is a Fox 17 article.
That was an amazing.
The senior prank. So basically, the car was cut in half,
cut
right?
in half.
And they put black tape all over the wall and bricks all around it, and it looked like the car went through it. That's great. And good on the school district for like saying good job to those guys. It's
The
usually
police department did too.
yeah,
They did.
yeah,
They did a whole.
You saw it was the principal's office too, right? Where
it
they
was
put
right
that
outside
car.
of the
Yeah.
principal's office.
yeah. I mean, so many terrible stories about kids. You know what I
Did
mean?
you guys do a senior prank way back when? I know you're old.
Yeah,
so-
I was just gonna say I graduated in '94, so
What?
When I was 4.
you were 4 years old.
Yeah.
Oh my word, is right.
I was 10.
Ugh, babies.
I don't think we did one. We might have locked like all of the juniors' cars and sophomores' cars.
Yeah, I
in
don't
the
think.
parking
I mean,
lot, but
I don't think we did one either. I went to private school. Not that that matters.
you're a
but-
private
We
boy,
had-
Clarence.
I went to Zealand.
8 Mile quote, man.
Is it? You went to where?
We went to Zealand High School. I went to Zealand High School. We were the chicks.
Yeah.
So it was not.
Was this before the
class.
Ducks?
Yes.
Okay.
I was the last class of the graduating chicks. Just the chicks.
That's a great. We're the chicks. You went to Jenison, right?
I went
So-
to Rockford.
Oh, Rockford. So
Yeah.
you're the Rams. We were the Crusaders.
Tri-Unity?
No, Unity.
Unity. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what Tri-Unities
I
was,
don't know.
but
But anyway, it wasn't my class, but there was a class that released chickens in the hallway for the senior prank.
were they like not
We were
baby
chicks.
chicks, like baby chicks?
No, I mean, it was chickens.
Well, that's fine. That's funny.
yeah, because we're the Zealand chicks.
And
so,
you know the boonies.
yeah.
Are you? So you grew up in
I
Zealand?
did.
I didn't know that.
Never knew that.
Yep.
That explains a lot.
Yep.
What's that supposed to mean?
Don't worry about it.
Did your wife? Where'd she grow up?
She grew up in Grand Rapids.
Okay.
Like, she went to City High.
Oh, really?
So, yep.
Cool. No, it was good. It was cool to see that. That's great.
And then it wasn't just the prank, but they also had a message.
Yeah.
It. It was a message to parents that serve alcohol at parties. And so they not only did an epic senior prank,
Right.
but they had a message and a motive behind it that was more than just having fun. So
I mean, how do they pull that? I mean, they had to have some sort of crane or something to put the car in. I mean, it's cut in
kidding.
half.
yeah.
I see some camo in one of the pictures, so you know they're good old boys. They're like,
Oh, yeah.
we're going to get this done, and we're going to do it right. So, last thing is I thought I kind of liked, there's a subreddit on Reddit called Today I Learned. These aren't the greatest, but I kind of like having a little segment on that, and if it's really fun to follow it. But this one's kind of stupid, but It's the Wendy's Frosties. That the Wendy's Frosty is actually half chocolate, half vanilla, because Dave Thomas thought full chocolate would be too overpowering of flavor paired with their burgers and fry meals.
Did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, that's what it is.
Makes sense.
It's just kind of simple things like you didn't know. Today I learned. It makes sense?
It does.
About the overpowering or knowing that there's vanilla?
Mix, that there's vanilla in there.
I don't think it makes sense. I mean, it's a chocolate Frosty.
I feel lied to, personally.
Yeah, I do too. I want my money back. And the other one was something about GPS.
Oh, I've seen that before.
Today I learned that the GPS service used globally is paid for by the U.S. Department of Defense and costs upwards of $1 billion annually. So my question was...
It was a Clinton-era decision.
Damn Democrats. My question is, the GPS that we use in our phones that get the signal from is paid for by the government?
It's a satellite.
I was going to say it's a satellite. So, yeah,
and it is paid for by the U.S. government. Have you heard of geocaching?
Yes.
So geocaching started around... Yeah. It started around the time of the Clinton era when they released access to the satellite. People started using it to hide things in the woods and then share the coordinates with people.
My brother actually does this geocaching.
Yeah. So it became a thing because of this ruling by the Clinton administration.
Well, I know what geofencing is. That's what they do at the airport.
Yeah, but geocaching, it's a geocache is like a cache or a container that's hidden in the woods or in plain sight. And then people share the coordinates.
And then you try to find it?
And you go find it.
So you could hide a dead body and...
Well, you wouldn't share the coordinates of that. That's kind of fun.
So there's this meme that's been going around over the last couple of years that we use these $1 billion satellites to hide Tupperware containers in the woods.
Yeah.
That's America for you.
Good old America. $1 billion annually. I wonder how much it costs to get a I mean, Sirius XM shot one up. I mean, and I wonder how much it costs to do something like that.
Yeah, it must be a lot.
You think so?
I would imagine.
I don't think it could be that much.
But why does it cost $1 billion annually? Is there data involved with it? Like, I'm super confused.
I don't know
why it would cost that. Once you shoot it up, does it just sit there? Shoot down? I mean, does it? Yeah. There was 200. Well, there's more than 200 comments. I don't know how many. Oh, there was 1,289 comments. I wasn't going to read through them. So
seriously,
let's say usually there's at least one person who knows.
Well, yeah, the top comment is explaining, about it a little bit, but I don't know. The last part of his top comment. So next time you geolocate your selfie, remember the now half-century-old nuclear roots of how you got your location. Oy vey. All right. Well, that was a good podcast. We almost got an hour in, so. But, yeah. You guys got anything else?
I do not.
I'm ready to get back driving again. I know you guys tease me, and then it's true. I'm terrible. But I actually miss it.
It's a lot of fun.
It is. I miss the camaraderie.
Yeah. See, I've driven more in the last week, but it's not like it was a burden. I kind of enjoyed it. It's become kind of an escape almost.
Yeah, because it's you don't have the pressures of everything else. You know, you're just kind of doing your thing and
get people from point A to point B,
and you
make
meet
money.
Yeah, I actually like to do airport runs.
Yeah,
because you just meet a lot of cool people, and I always ask what their work is, and I always find something super cool. Like that's a job. That's a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, most of them are pretty basic, but sometimes you've run into some fun stuff. But alrighty. That's all she wrote. Stop. Thanks for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned some things about rideshare that you may not have known. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter at GR Rideshare, and our YouTube channel is at GR Rideshare Adventures. Please give us a review on iTunes or whatever app you use for podcasting. Even if it's not 5-star, we're okay with that. We just like some feedback. And also, we'd like some feedback on what you'd like to talk about. If you've always had a question about rideshare driving in general, we'd love to answer that for you. Thanks again for listening. Have a great day.